This is a low budget version of the House of the Dragon intro. Yeah, but honestly, people are not very happy about this entire episode. Let's break down why and what are your thoughts on this episode? Let's find out. It's comically. Let's get to it. Now, the last episode dropped and people are not very happy. Why? They say it didn't feel like much of a finale. I kind of feel the same way, a little bit, but not too much also. Okay, I feel like fans right now are a little bit, they want a big spectacle, right? Each episode has to over out to the last, and each finale has to be a super finale, and everybody has to love it, and there should be like action sequences and characters dying. But let's go back to Game of Thrones. Let's take it back a few years when Game of Thrones was coming out. Let's be very honest. Up until season 3, episode 9, you know what I'm talking about. It was very, very boring. Only a few moments here and there happened, and then the finales were kept us wanting for more, but it was quite boring. And especially for me, because I watched it at one stretch. I didn't watch it when it came out. I watched it at one go, so I binged it, and I was like, true story, I almost gave up before my mom said, hey, just watch the next episode. And that was when the Red Wedding happened, and I was like, I'm hooked onto this show. Similarly, in House of the Dragon, this is a slow story. They are going to go slow. They need to milk the season a little bit more, right? They are building up to the war that we were promised. And we got a little bit of glimpses here and there of the Dance of the Dragons, but the war hasn't happened yet. We see the culmination of all the war exactly. I get though, Daemon's entire arc, this entire season was just him hallucinating in Harrenhal, and people are like, if I get one more episode of Daemon hallucinating, I will stop watching this show. But this episode gave us a lovely little montage of what's to come, right? And it showed us the future of Game of Thrones. Now, what happened exactly was this. Daemon touches the tree and he gets a vision. He finally understands what Viserys was talking about, right? We see the White Walker King there and we're like, okay. He is a different version to what we saw in Game of Thrones, however. But we get to see a glimpse of Daenerys. Now, is she the prince that will save them from the entire thing? Is she the prince that is promised? Remember that the books haven't ended yet. The books are still going on, which means there is no actual end to the story. What we got from Game of Thrones was merely a speculation of sorts. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just retcon the entire thing. Fans like me were very, very disappointed with the entire ending. We're like, oh my goodness, this is horrible. Lazy writing, which we all know. But the season did feel a little bit lackluster. It didn't have the big moments we wanted to see. Just a little bit of plot building, I would say. But honestly, I'm okay with it. I understand the anger and I understand the frustration, but I'm okay with it. But I know the next season and the next season will be great. Just like how Game of Thrones had its peak at season 5, season 6, this will also have their peaks as well, and it's going to be one of the shows that you will not regret watching at all. Here's the thing though, it may be a couple of years. It may be a couple of years until we get the next season. And by that time, we'll all be a little bit older and be like, hey, is this even worth watching? I don't know. I'm going to watch it. But let me know your thoughts on this finale. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Drop it in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe as well. And I'll see you next time on Comically. It's Lee, signing off.